Hi, my name is Emily. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to this incredible new space. I'm so happy to introduce you. This is House of Om in Luxembourg. I have not left the other space, but I am going to be filming in this one from now on. So if you're in Luxembourg, please do come check us out. The studio is officially open from next week, so very exciting. And yeah, I would love to see you here. And if you're online, then I hope that you enjoy the change. I am just still figuring out lighting. I know it's a little bit dark, but it's also dark super early in Luxembourg at the moment. It's 4 p.m. and it's already dark outside. So yes, we will work on that. Anyways, today we're going to be flowing through a very creative, fun vinyasa flow sequence with a little bit of leg power, a mandala flow kind of. It's going to have a little bit of everything, some side body strength, some pistol squats, options for handstands. So very well-rounded, very fun. All right, we're going to get started in child's pose. You can make your way there. So bringing the knees wide apart and the big toes together. Let's relax the forehead down on the mat. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. And just taking these first few moments to ground yourself, noticing all the different sounds around you, feeling the contact between your hands and the mat, the texture of the mat beneath your fingertips. Let's go ahead and walk the hands all the way back to the knees. And let's tuck the toes and we'll just start to warm up the wrists. So rocking back and forth just a few times. And then let's bring the hips back towards the heels. Let's turn the fingers outwards. Backs of the hands are together. And let's rock side to side. And let's come back to stillness. Sit on your heels. Bring the backs of your hands together. Let's pull the elbows down and then squeeze the hands into fists. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Open, squeeze. One more time, open. Squeeze as hard as you can for 3, 2, 1. And then let's shake it out. Breathing in, let's reach the arms above the head. Right hand holds the left wrist. Let's side bend to the right. And then inhale, come back up through center. Left hand holds the right wrist, side bend to the left. And let's come back through center. Fingertips on the floor, untuck the toes. Let's bring the hands on tops of the knees for a few seated cat and cows. Inhaling to pull the chest through the arms, gaze up. Exhale, round the upper back, suck the navel in. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. For 3 more. I'm starting to harmonize your breath to your movement, hopefully keeping this connection throughout the whole sequence. 1 more. And then breathing in, come back to a neutral spine. Let's place the hands down just beside the knees, and then we're just going to lift the knees into the chest. Inhale, release, look forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, release, look forward. Exhale, push into the mat around for 3, staying on the tops of the feet. 2. And 1, release. Let's tuck the toes. Feet are about hip-width distance apart. Reach the arms above the head, lean back, and let's make our way into a little squat. And then drop the knees. Let's stand up tall, open up the chest. Exhale, come all the way back. Little squat. 2 more, breathing in. Exhale. make your way back. Last one, inhale. Exhale, little squat. Now inhale, let's open up the knees, cactus the arms, gaze up. Exhale, round little ball. 2 more, inhale, open up the knees, come on the toes. Exhale, drop the heels, little ball. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Fingertips come down to the floor, straighten the legs, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's walk the hands all the way up to the top of the mat, high plank. Breathe in, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Now we're going to tuck the toes, come into chaturanga, so a low plank. Bend your left knee. Let's come onto the left side. So your left foot is off the mat now, right leg stays straight. With or without the help of the hands, let's stand up. And then exhale, come all the way back down. Through chaturanga, maybe keeping the elbows bent. And then over to the other side. So when you roll to the other side, you can drop the hip first. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, lower, come through chaturanga. And over to the left. Just having a little bit of fun. I know this is not traditional yoga. We're moving a little bit more into the space of functional movement or maybe a little more creative. But it's also about exploring movement, trying things that are maybe not so in your comfort zone. 1 more time. And remembering to stay playful. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. 1 breath here. And then tiny little steps all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll up the spine 1 vertebra at a time. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Let's bring the right foot on the inside of the left inner thigh. Whoops, for tree pose. Completely lost my balance. Hands at the heart space. And remember to try to keep your hips leveled and keep opening up the right hip. Let's hold. And so right foot is pressing into the left inner thigh is pressing into the right foot. From here, we're going to make our way into airplane pose. Slowly extend right leg back. And here, squeezing shoulder blades together, engaging the triceps. And then as you breathe out, let's come all the way into Skandasana, side lunge, back of the mat. And let's make our way to the top of the mat once again. Plank pose, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. All the way to the right foot. Let's bring the left foot on the inner right thigh or below the right knee, whatever is accessible. And let's hold. Really strong right leg. And imagine you're pushing down into the mat with the right foot, so really trying to grow tall. I know this is a simple pose, but it's often in the simpler ones where we can really pay attention to the body and how it's feeling. And we forget most often to do that in the easier, more simple, not easier poses. Good, let's make our way into airplane pose, nice and slowly. And here, think of opening up the front body without crunching the back of the neck, so keeping everything nice and long. And then Skandasana, back of the mat. Bend your left knee. And here, try to lift and open the chest as much as possible. Let's make our way back to the top of the mat, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Deep breath in, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Again, right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Tree pose, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, airplane pose, breathe in. Now as you breathe out, little ball. Right knee touches the left calf. Hands can come to the heart space. Inhale, airplane. Exhale, little ball. Inhale, airplane. For 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way into Skandasana, side lunge, back of the mat. Now left hand finds the floor, pivot into a lunge, right arm reaches up towards the sky. All right. Slowly, let's bring the right hand down, step back, high plank, 1 push-up, lower halfway. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in and out. Inhale, come high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Left foot into tree pose. And then as you breathe in, left knee into the chest. Airplane pose, inhale. Exhale, little ball for 5. Inhale, open, expand. 4. Good, letting the breath guide your movement. 3. Trying to find more and more space. Expand more. 2. 1. Let's come into Skandasana, back of the mat. Right hand finds the floor, pivot into a lunge, hold for 3. Keeping that right leg nice and straight. And then breathing out, left hand plants, step back, high plank, 1 push-up. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog, breathe in. And breathe out. And let's take 5 little bunny hops. And the 5th one, we jump to the top of the mat, so they can be as high or as low as you feel. Keep the arms nice and straight. Really engage the shoulders, so try to lift the shoulder blades. Inhale, come high on the toes, bend the knees. Little bunny hop, tuck for 5. Look between your thumbs. 4, 3, 2, 1. We jump to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. High mountain, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Right knee lifts. This time, instead of tree pose, figure 4 for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, airplane pose, breathe in. And little ball, breathe out for 3 this time. Inhale, open. Exhale, round 2. 1. Inhale, open. Skandasana, back of the mat. Left hand finds the floor. Reach the right arm up. Now let's come into shoelace. So drop your left knee, and then right knee crosses over the left. So you're just going to sit down facing the long side of your mat. Right knee is crossed over the left knee. And deep breath in. Exhale, let's fold over the legs. So the outer blades of the feet are on the floor. As you breathe in, let's lift the chest. Using the help of your hands, pivot 180 degrees into Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. And then we're going to plant the hands just in front of the mat, so at least a foot in front of your feet. And we're just going to come onto the tippy toes. So straightening the arms, pushing down into the mat, and then let's shift the weight into the fingertips. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. 2 more times. Bring your weight forward. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Last time. Push. Bring the weight forward. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Deep breath in. Halfway lift. Let's pivot towards the top of the mat. Right hand plants. So let's come into a side plank. Maybe the left hand can hold the left big toe. Hold for 5. And now very slowly release. Come into wild thing. Immediately drop the hips. Inhale, lift the hips. Left foot steps to the top left corner of the mat. Maybe the left arm keeps reaching forward. And then let's kick the right leg through. Now we're going to hold the outer blade of the right foot with the left hand. The next place we meet is standing. So if you need to let go of this right foot to stand up, no problem. Otherwise, slowly stand up. Right arm reaches back. So we meet here. 3 more breaths. And let's gently release half moon. And thinking of creating space. Trying to stack your right hip over the left, right shoulder over the left shoulder. Slow motion, come into goddess squat. 1 breath. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, prayer twisted lunge to the right. So we're again facing the back of the mat. And then let's shift all the weight into the right foot. Lift your left leg. Prayer twisted, bent legged, warrior 3. Slowly left foot steps beside the right. Chair pose, inhale. Let's rock back. And then just rock back and forth a few times, massaging your back. And then from there, across the shins, plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. All the way back to down dog. And then we'll do that 1 more time on the left side. Deep breath in, let's come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Left knee into the chest. Figure 4 for 3. And breathing in, left knee into the chest. Exhale, airplane pose. Breathe in, little ball, breathe out for 3. 2, 1. Inhale, expand. Exhale, Skandasana on the left leg. Right hand finds the floor, left arm reaches up. For shoelace, drop the right knee. Sit facing the long side of your mat, so pivoting to the left. Readjust if you need to. So shoelace pose, left knee is crossed over the right knee. Let's fold over the legs. And breathing in, lift the chest. With the help of the hands, come into Prasarita. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. If you have press to handstand in your practice and you want to take it, go for it. Otherwise, you can just fold forward or practice shifting the weight into the hands a few more times. Breathing in, halfway lift. And let's make our way to the top of the mat, which is now the right. So pivoting, keeping your right leg straight. Peace fingers can wrap around the right big toe for side plank. And you can change the variation of the bind. Maybe keep your right leg bent or just let go, stay there. Wild thing, immediately dropping the hips. Inhale, lift the hips. And then let's step the right foot to the top right corner of the mat. Maybe the right arm keeps reaching forward. Take your left leg through. Right hand can hold the outer blade of the left foot. We meet standing. Much harder on that side. Let's hold for 5. Slowly release, half moon. And then slow motion into goddess squat, 1 breath. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, prayer twisted lunge to the left. Find weight in the left foot, and let's float the right leg off the mat. And slowly, right foot steps beside the left, chair pose. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper, maybe grabbing a bind around your ankles for 5. Breathing in, halfway lift. Heel toe the feet apart, toes point out, heels point in, Malasana. Breathe in, lengthen. And then left hand will hold the right ankle, right arm reaches up. Hold for 3. And then let's switch, right hand holds left ankle, left arm reaches up. And slowly come down. Let's sit down. Peace fingers will grab the big toes, lift the legs up, and open up the legs for 5. And then very slowly, let's release. Sit down. Hands can come in front of you. Let's lean forward and see if you can push into the hands. Lift the hips, maybe lift the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees together. Feet stay mat distance apart. Let's just knock the knees side to side. And bringing both knees into the chest. Arms reach out in front of you, one vertebra at a time, lower down to the mat. Let's bring the feet parallel to each other, hip width distance, for bridge pose or wheel pose on your hands. So whichever variation you feel ready for. Bridge pose, just pressing into the feet, lifting the hips, or wheel on your hands. Let's go. We hold for 10 breaths. Very slowly, one vertebra at a time. You can make your way back and down. Maybe closing the eyes, staying in constructive rest if you need a moment after wheel pose. And then let's bring the knees into the chest. And let's just bring both knees over to the right with any leg variation that you want. And breathing in, let's come back through center. And then both knees go over to the left. Let's come back through center once again. Hug the knees in, give yourself a big hug. You've done so well today. So don't remember to thank yourself first and foremost for the practice. And then whenever you're ready, you can let it all go, coming into Shavasana. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. One more inhale. And let it go. Just giving yourself these last few moments to simply be still and observe. We're done doing. Now we've just started observing, receiving. See if you can notice the after effects of the practice, the tingling sensations, the buzzing. Maybe you feel the body start to cool down. The heartbeat becomes slower. The mind is a little clearer. And just enjoy this moment for what it is. as always, thank you so much for being here, for flowing with me, for commenting. I really appreciate it more than you can ever know. And thank you. May you have peace in your thoughts, may you have peace in your words, and may you have peace in your heart. Namaste.